Sources: messages between former Memphis safety and UTSA QB surface. Imagine a scenario where the fate of a college football game might hinge on a few whispered secrets shared between teammates before kickoff. Last week, Tiger Sports Report broke the news that former Memphis safety Tahj Ra-El may have leaked parts of Memphis's defensive playbook to UTSA quarterback Owen McCown before their November 2nd matchup. But here's where it gets controversial. The alleged direct message conversation has surfaced, raising eyebrows and sparking debate among fans and analysts alike. Initially, reports suggested Ra-El had voluntarily left the team in October. However, a confidential source close to Memphis has revealed that he was actually dismissed from the squad. This detail adds another layer to the speculation about his motives, suggesting that dissatisfaction or frustration might have driven him to share sensitive information. In the alleged DM exchange, Ra-El pointed out a critical vulnerability in Memphis's defense: the absence of injured safety Cortland Marsh, who typically played ahead of him when healthy. Marsh's injury meant he couldn't participate in the game against UTSA, leaving Memphis's defense exposed and ultimately contributing to their 44-36 loss. One current member of Memphis's 2024 team provided an insider's perspective. When we were out there on the field, it felt like their offense had a perfect answer for every play we ran. This anecdote underscores the potential impact of the league playbook, highlighting how a well-prepared opponent can exploit weaknesses in an opposing team's strategy. Despite being made aware of the allegations, Ra-El chose to remain silent, declining to comment on the matter. As AAC Media Day kicked off, the controversy surrounding the playbook leak continued to dominate discussions and debates. This story serves as a stark reminder of the high stakes in college football and the lengths to which players might go to gain an edge. And this is the part most people miss: the ethical and moral implications of such actions, not just the tactical ones. Does sharing playbook information constitute cheating, or is it simply a strategic move in a cutthroat sport? What do you think? Should players be held accountable for leaking playbooks, or is it a natural part of the game? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The bizarre story of Josh McCown's son and the college football playbook leak. College football just witnessed its wildest scandal before the season even began. The story so far: we're not even through summer, and college football has already served up a head-scratcher that's leaving analysts and fans gobsmacked. The merging this week is a bizarre saga involving a player allegedly leaking his team's playbook to an opponent, and the Minnesota Vikings coaching staff has a curious connection to it. Let's unpack this in smaller bites. The odd exchange. According to reports from Saturday Blitz and others, before last season's matchup between Memphis Tigers and San Antonio UTSA Roadrunners, a surprising transaction occurred. Tahj Ra-El, then a Memphis defensive back, reportedly shared the Tigers' entire defensive strategy, including their playbook and signaling system, with San Antonio quarterback Owen McCown. Who is McCown? None other than the son of Josh McCown, current quarterbacks coach for the Minnesota Vikings. Owen, who transferred to UTSA after a brief stint at Colorado, is now set to lead the Roadrunners offense again this season. Ra-El, meanwhile, recently moved to Purdue, though rumors swirl about whether he was dismissed due to this incident. Why this matters. Imagine your defense's secrets, including how they read plays, adjust coverages, and communicate, landing in the opposing quarterback's hands. That's what Ra-El allegedly handed over. It's like giving your exam answers to a rival student. Obviously unethical, but also absurdly brazen. But here's the kicker. Ra-El and McCown reportedly have no prior connection. This wasn't a long-standing friendship or shared inside joke. One player actively sought out a rival and said, "Hey, take our defense's playbook. Good luck." The fallout of uncertainty. UTSA's 44-36 victory over Memphis now feels almost anticlimactic. With that much insider intel, many expected the blowout. Was the result a reflection of Memphis's resilience, or a sign that Defense 101 wasn't enough to sway the game? Ra-El's future is murkier. While some sources claim he left Memphis voluntarily, others insist he was dismissed, a crucial distinction. Either way, his bold or reckless move has sparked debates about ethics, loyalty, and the blurred lines in competitive sports, controversy, and the bigger picture. And this is where things get heated. Did Ra-El cross the line? Or was this just a ruthless competitive tactic? Some argue that in high-stakes sports, players seek every edge, a perspective shared by fans who say, well, he'd do whatever it takes to win. Others see it as a betrayal of trust, sabotaging team efforts for personal gain. The elder McCown, despite his coaching role with the Vikings, had no involvement in this mess. But his son's entanglement ensures this story won't fade quietly. Your turn. Let's discuss this in the comments. Would you call this move brilliance or cheatery? Should colleges impose harsher penalties for playbook leaks? Or is this part of the game's cutthroat nature? We're all ears and want to hear your take. Purdue safety Tahj Ra-El accused of leaking Memphis playbook. Boilermakers respond. In a surprising turn of events, Purdue safety Tahj Ra-El has found himself at the center of a controversy, accused of sharing his former team's playbook with the quarterback of UTSA. This allegation arose after Ra-El departed from the Memphis Tigers mid-season, raising eyebrows and questions about the integrity of player conduct in college football. However, Purdue University has publicly stated that they have no concerns regarding Ra-El's actions. The Purdue football program has taken a firm stance against the claims made in a recent report, which suggested that Ra-El leaked sensitive information about Memphis's strategies to UTSA's quarterback, Owen McCown, during his time with the Tigers last season. According to a report from Tiger Sports Report, multiple sources have come forward with accusations against Ra-El, and they even published what they claim to be a text message exchange between him and McCown. This exchange allegedly contained detail about Memphis's defensive signals and coverage strategies. Moreover, the messages reportedly indicated that Memphis safety Cortland Marsh was at a disadvantage due to a hamstring injury, which could have influenced game strategies. Notably, Marsh did not participate in UTSA's 44-36 win on November 2nd. A spokesperson for Purdue's football team expressed that the coaching staff believes the situation has been misrepresented and reassured that they are not worried about any potential fallout. They emphasized their confidence in Ra-El's integrity moving forward. Interestingly, Purdue has chosen not to release a statement from Ra-El himself. Reports indicate that while he was made aware of the allegations, he opted not to comment on the matter. Ra-El's journey in college football has been quite dynamic. He transferred from Old Dominion to Memphis before the 2024 season, where he played in 4 games, starting in 2. His last appearance within a game against Navy on September 21st. On October 9th, Ra-El announced his decision to leave the Memphis team and enter the transfer portal. Sources from Tiger Sports Report suggested that he was dismissed from the team, which adds another layer of complexity to his situation. Shortly after, on Christmas Eve, Ra-El committed to Purdue, joining a wave of new transfers under the leadership of head coach Barry Odom. Despite facing challenges, including missing part of Purdue's spring practices due to injury, Ra-El is anticipated to play a significant role in the revamped secondary of the team. This situation raises important questions about player ethics and the pressures of college athletics. What do you think about the implications of such allegations? Are they damaging to a player's reputation, or do they reflect the competitive nature of college sports? Share your thoughts in the comments.